So today, in day 3, we are going to dive into what setting SMART goals and developing a resilient action plan. That's what we're talking about today. What is a SMART goal? Now, I want to talk a little bit about the framework. It is a framework that is utilized for people to set your goal up systematically in a way that allows for urgent success. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based. So when you're writing that goal, you're not just writing that goal down and saying something bland like, I want to lose weight. We all want to lose weight. That's something that is on everybody's list. I don't care what weight class you're in. You feel that you're too skinny. You feel that you're fat. Whichever way, you are also perfect. You're perfectly you. And if you look in the mirror and you see something different, then what do you need to do? Make a change. And the SMART goal framework allows you to make that change in a way where you're being very specific. Specifically, what are you trying to do? That's specific. If you're trying to lose weight, I'm trying to lose weight. Measurable, how much weight? I am trying to lose 10 pounds. Achievable, is it achievable? I am trying to lose 10 pounds in the next 2 to 3 months. Is it relevant to what your overall, that's one more time, your overall well-being? Is what you're trying to do going to set you apart, set you moving forward, and allow you to have the best CEO life? If that's what it's doing, then it's relevant to your overall big picture. Time-based. So when you're writing that goal that I want to lose 10 pounds in the next 3 months, by what date and time? When you set your goal up that way, you are giving yourself a roadmap. That is what SMART is doing. And it's not just writing it down. It's giving yourself a mental roadmap of what you want, what you're planning on doing to get there, how much of it needs to be done, and by when. That's a roadmap. GPS, when you put your destination in, does it give you a time of arrival? Does it give you a step-by-step of how to get there? That's what SMART does. It gives you a roadmap towards your goal. And at the end of the day, you want to also be ready to be resilient. That was the part 2. So the part 2 of being resilient has everything to do with what you're going to do when something happens. When you fail, are you prepared? That's the part that was the most important of this line. Being prepared for what's next. So we set the goals, we wrote it down, we are geeked, we is ready. We like, yes, I'm going to start doing it tomorrow. Friday, Monday, Tuesday. Okay, I'm in it. I'm going to the gym today. I go to the gym on Tuesday. We're in it. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday come around. Whew, I am so tired from going to the gym those 3 days. Then by the next Friday, we make the decision that, now I'm going to say something. We don't make the decision. You just quit. That's because we weren't ready mentally for what was going to happen. After your enthusiasm for your goal had worn off, the inspiration to get that goal on the paper was done. Your motivation of your stomach got to go was like, I still want to eat. Now, let's talk about how to build up the resilience. The first thing is you want to set yourself up for success. Know that you are going to have an obstacle. And usually the obstacle happens to be the person that when you go to the bathroom, brush your teeth, wash your face, the one in the mirror. That person in the mirror is normally the one who is stopping you from moving forward. So we got to get rid of those negative thoughts about ourselves that keep us from being resilient and being able to keep moving forward when our first thought is to give up now, or stop now, or we're going to do it later. Putting things off. So when you're being resilient, you're ready to take the challenge on head on. And setting yourself up for the success is doing this. No, I'm big on tips. That's why I came to Facebook, because this is where my fam is that knows where I drop tips. 3 quick tips. 1, to be resilient, you have to be ready to be positive. 2, you have to set those clear boundaries so when things are happening, people, places, and things, you are already set up in your mind that there's a boundary around what you want to get done. 3, stay around positive people. Get you an accountability partner. Say, hey, I am going to lose 10 pounds in 2 to 3 months. I'm going to go to the gym 3 to 5 days a week, because when you start, I'm going to step back, because when you start anything, you want to stop slowly. If you start slowly, it allows you to be successful. When you're trying to go from 0 to success, there has to be steps in between. And those steps in between, if you make them smaller, which is what the SMART goals framework is about, it will allow you to be successful, because you're not biting off the well of gold. You're biting off small incremental chunks until you reach your goal. So let's use the weight, for instance. Let me show you how to be resilient and achieve your goal utilizing SMART. You want to lose the 10 pounds. You have set yourself up for that you're going to do it within 3 months. First step is you want to research how much intake of food, the types of food that you can and cannot have. I want to say it this way: can and cannot have successfully, because you can have whatever you want, but you want to be successful. You want to know how much sugar. There are many apps out there. Pick an app that breaks down your food. Put your weight in there. Give them your height. What they're measuring is your body index. When they measure your body index, they're going to give you a calculation of how many calories you can take per day. You utilize that information to determine what foods are you going to eat. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm not a person that diets. Since I know you guys are my Facebook people, you know that I work out every day for years. So when you are looking at that, you're like, okay, right. So I know what I can and can't eat. What I'll tell you is, if you give up things, and I'm not a personal trainer, this is my disclaimer. I'm just someone who, whenever I say I'm going to work out, and whenever I say that I'm going to get healthier, unless my body, as in like my knees or something, or I hurt myself prior or during, I am focused on that goal. Period. I did not take anything out of my diet. I lost 80 pounds in months. I want to be actual, 10 months. What I did was this: reduced it. I didn't starve myself, and I didn't take things out of my diet that I wanted. Because the second that it's scarcity, don't set yourself up for failure. You don't want to live in a scarcity mindset, because that is what makes you go right back to the old habits. When you tell yourself you can't have something, in your mind you're telling you the switch is going to go off. I'm an adult. I'm not a kid. You tell me what to do, even if it's you telling yourself what to do. You want to do exactly what you feel like doing. Success, the resilience comes in that you set yourself up for the success by understanding how you think, how your mind works, and what's going to work well for you. So, as I was saying, I just minimized how much of it I ate. I stayed within a 1,700 calorie diet, which I had to increase as I worked out more. As I worked out more, which is some things people do not know. The more you work out, the more calories you need, because your body is now going to start pulling from bone marrow because it feels that you're starving. So your calorie intake increases as you become more active and you are burning more calories. So during that time, so at that point I started off with 1,700 calories a day. I ate all the same foods I wanted to eat. I just ate them in moderation, and I went to the gym. Started off where I was walking every day 3 miles. I started off 1 mile, then 2 miles, then 3 miles. Then I started going to the gym. My why was, what are we doing? We're building up the resilience. I started slow, not extremely slow, but I started off at a pace that I knew I could maintain. Maintaining built up my resilience. So as I got to those tougher moments when I actually got in the gym, I had already built up the muscle to know that I am going to work out. So it was harder, guys. I slipped and fell a couple of years in February and tore my knee. So it was harder for me not to go to the gym every day than it was in the beginning when I wasn't ready to go. Because you get used to doing it. You feel good when you go to the gym. After it's over, I want to keep it honest with you. When you get in there and you actually are achieving your goals, you actually making your milestones, it builds up more resilience to allow you to feel more successful and allow you to know that you are going to do what you say you're going to do. Builds up your mental integrity. So I talked about 2 things today. What were those 2 things? 1, we talked about the SMART goal framework. And 2, we talked about building up resilience. So do me a favor, guys. I want you guys to like, follow, comment, share. Join the CEO Habits group, where every week I go live and I drop gems very similar to what you see here, but we go a little more in depth. And in there, we also have a 7-day challenge. Now, I know you guys see the 7-day challenge come across my page. However, let me tell you a little bit about it. The 7-day challenge is 3 commitments that you make to yourself that you do consecutively for 7 days. Not only do you do it, you do it with a community. So for 7 days, I go live with my 3 goals. And they're small goals, guys, not large things like you're trying to take over the world. We're trying to make $1 million. We're trying to get 2 careers. It's small things like I'm taking out the trash. I'm doing affirmations. I'm going to help my kids with my homework. Small tasks that you can do within 5 minutes each day. It builds up your integrity with yourself. Because being a CEO is hard sometimes because you are in control of my life. So until later, I want you guys to know you guys know what I want. I want you guys to be up, out, and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You.